They told you nothing matters, that the universe is vast, cold, and indifferent, that our lives are fleeting sparks in an endless night. And then they said, "Isn't that liberating? Isn't it wonderful? Since nothing matters, you're free to be happy." This is the comfortable lie. This is optimistic nihilism, a philosophy that promises freedom, but might just leave you shackled to a shallow existence. Because true freedom isn't found in a shrug, it's forged in the fire of genuine responsibility. This is LOGIVERSE, and today we expose the shiny illusion. Section 1. The Allure of the Shrug. Optimistic nihilism arrived like a soothing balm for the modern soul, born from the undeniable truth that the universe cares nothing for our struggles, our hopes, our dreams. We've stared into that void, we know it's real. But the optimist adds a twist. Because nothing matters, everything becomes permissible. Every fleeting pleasure, every momentary joy, every distraction can be justified. It sounds appealing, doesn't it? No cosmic scoreboard, no ultimate judge, no pre-written script, just a blank canvas. And the cheerful advice to paint whatever makes you happy. It's the philosophical equivalent of saying, the house is burning down, but hey, at least we're all together. Let's play some music. It strips away the terrifying weight of meaninglessness and replaces it with a light, almost giddy indifference. But in doing so, it strips away something else vital. The impetus to create meaning, the burden, that is also our greatest power. Section 2, the void's convenient cushion. True nihilism, as we discussed, demands a confrontation. It's an abyss. You either collapse or you become unstoppable by facing it head-on. Optimistic nihilism, however, offers a convenient cushion. It says, yes, there's an abyss, but don't look too long. Just enjoy the view from the edge. Don't worry about falling in, because falling doesn't ultimately matter anyway. This creates a paradox. It acknowledges the void, but avoids the consequences of that acknowledgement. It lets you off the hook. If nothing truly matters, why strive for excellence? Why build anything lasting? Why fight for justice? Why forge deep, sometimes painful, connections with other human beings? Why endure suffering for a greater cause, when the cause itself is, by definition, meaningless? The optimist in this scenario often defaults to chasing fleeting experiences, superficial connections, and endless entertainment. Not because they chose to create that meaning, but because they accepted the universal lack of meaning as an excuse for passive consumption. It's the comfortable paralysis. Section 3. Existentialism, the meaning you build. Here's where the true challenge lies. And here's where optimistic nihilism falls short. It fails to grasp the profound difference between a lack of inherent meaning and the human imperative to create meaning. This is the domain of existentialism. It starts with the same chilling premise. Existence precedes essence. Meaning is not prepackaged. It's not waiting for you. But unlike the optimistic nihilist who then shrugs, the existentialist gets to work. If the universe offers no script, then you are the playwright. If there's no cosmic judge, then you are the architect of your own values. This isn't about being happy in the face of indifference. It's about being responsible for the meaning you bring into existence. It's the difference between saying, nothing matters, so I'll just chill, and saying, nothing matters inherently, so I will make something matter. This is the act of creation, of defining yourself through your choices, your actions, your commitments, not for applause, not for a cosmic scoreboard, but because to live otherwise is to surrender your very humanity, to relinquish the profound burden and the profound gift of self-determination. Section 4. The heavy freedom. The freedom that comes from true existential understanding is heavy. It's not light and airy. It's not a relief, it's a burden. The burden of absolute choice. You are condemned to be free, as Sartre said. And with that freedom comes a terrifying responsibility to define good, to define purpose, to define yourself without excuses, without external validation. This is the freedom that allows you to fight for a cause you believe in, even if the universe doesn't care if that cause succeeds or fails. It allows you to build a legacy, even if the stars will eventually swallow it. It allows you to love deeply, even if heartbreak is inevitable. Because in these acts you imbue the world with meaning. You create the essence that wasn't there. This isn't about being optimistic, it's about being active. It's about facing the void and saying, I will not collapse, and I will not merely distract myself. I will build. Section 5. Beyond the shrug. Practical steps. So if optimistic nihilism is the comfortable lie, what's the hard truth? How do you live this heavy freedom? First, Embrace the absurdity, but act anyway. Acknowledge the meaninglessness, don't deny it. But then, refuse to be paralyzed by it. Your actions are not inherently meaningful, but you can choose to imbue them with personal meaning. Second, commit fiercely to your chosen values. What do you truly believe in? What do you stand for? Define these, not based on what society expects, but what resonates deep within you. Then live by them unwaveringly. Third, engage in deep creation, not shallow consumption. Instead of passively receiving entertainment or chasing fleeting highs, build something. Create art, solve problems, foster genuine relationships, master a skill. These acts of creation are how you manifest meaning. Fourth, accept the burden of choice. Every decision is yours. There's no divine plan. There's no predetermined path. This is terrifying, but it's also the source of your profound power. Own your choices. If the universe is truly indifferent, then the greatest rebellion is to care. To care deeply, to create fiercely, to live authentically. Not for happiness, but for meaning you yourself have forged. Closing Optimistic Nihilism offers a pleasant distraction from the void. But true power, true purpose isn't found in a shrug. It's found in the active, often painful choice to build meaning where none exists. It's found in the heavy freedom of shaping your own essence against the backdrop of an indifferent universe. So will you settle for the comfortable lie? Or will you accept the profound, terrifying, and ultimately empowering truth? This is LOGIVERSE, where we reveal the truths most people fear to hear.